Tiny, round, and bursting with color, the blueberry isn't just a fruit, it's a symbol of health, nature, and North America's wild forests. But behind that sweet, antioxidant glow lies a deep story of evolution, science, and cultivation. Let's dive into the world of the berry that turned blue into a superfood. Blueberries are a widely distributed and widespread group of perennial flowering plants with blue or purple berries. They are classified in the section Cyanococcus within the genus Vaccinium. Commercial blueberries, both wild, lobish, and cultivated, hybish, are all native to North America. The hybish varieties were introduced into Europe during the 1930s. Blueberries are usually prostrate shrubs that can vary in size from 10 centimeters, 4 inches, to 4 meters, 13 feet, in height. In the commercial production of blueberries, the species with small, pea-sized berries growing on low-level bushes is known as lobish blueberries, synonymous with wild, while the species with larger berries growing on taller, cultivated bushes is known as hybish blueberries. Canada is the leading producer of lobish blueberries, while the United States produces some 27% of the world's supply of hybish blueberries. Whole blueberry and in cross-section. Many species of blueberries grow wild in North America, including Vaccinium myrtleoides, V. angustifolium and V. coriembosum, which grow on forest floors or near swamps. Wild blueberries reproduce by cross-pollination, with each seed producing a plant with a different genetic composition, causing within the same species differences in growth, productivity, color, leaf characteristics, disease resistance, flavor, and other fruit characteristics. The mother plant develops underground stems called rhizomes, allowing the plant to form a network of rhizomes creating a large patch, called a clone, which is genetically distinct. Floral and leaf buds develop intermittently along the stems of the plant, with each floral bud giving rise to 5 to 6 flowers and the eventual fruit. Wild blueberries prefer an acidic soil between 4.2 and 5.2 picohenries and only moderate amounts of moisture. They have a hardy cold tolerance in their range in Canada and the northern United States. Fruit productivity of lobish blueberries varies by the degree of pollination, genetics of the clone, soil fertility, water availability, insect infestation, plant diseases, and local growing conditions. Wild, lobish, blueberries have an average mature weight of 0.3 grams. Lobish blueberries, sometimes called wild blueberries, are generally not planted by farmers, but rather are managed on berry fields called barrens. Cultivated hybish blueberries prefer sandy or loam soils, having shallow root systems that benefit from mulch and fertilizer. The leaves of hybish blueberries can be either deciduous or evergreen, ovate to lanceolate, and 1 to 8 centimeters, 1/2 - 3 + 1/4 in, long and 0.5 to 3.5 centimeters, 1/4 - 1 + 3/8 in, broad. The flowers are bell-shaped, white, pale pink or red, sometimes tinged greenish. The fruit is a berry 5 to 16 millimeters, 3/16 to 5/8 in diameter with a flared crown at the end. They are pale greenish at first, then reddish-purple, and finally uniformly blue when ripe. They are covered in a protective coating of powdery epicuticular wax, colloquially known as the bloom. They generally have a sweet taste when mature, with variable acidity. Blueberry bushes typically bear fruit in the middle of the growing season. Fruiting times are affected by local conditions, such as climate, altitude, and latitude, so the time of harvest in the northern hemisphere can vary from May to August. Commercially offered blueberries are usually from species that naturally occur only in eastern and north-central North America. Other sections in the genus are native to other parts of the world, including the Pacific Northwest and the southern United States, South America, Europe and Asia. Other wild shrubs in many of these regions produce similar-looking edible berries, such as huckleberries and whortleberries, North America, and bilberries, Europe. These species are sometimes called blueberries, and are sold as blueberry jam or other products. The names of blueberries in languages other than English often translate as blueberry, e.g. Scots blaeberry and Norwegian blabær. Blaeberry, blabær and French myrtles usually refer to the European native V. myrtillus, bilberry, while bluets refers to the North American blueberry. Cyanococcus blueberries can be distinguished from the nearly identical-looking bilberries by their flesh color when cut in half. Ripe blueberries have light green flesh, while bilberries, whortleberries, and huckleberries are red or purple throughout. Vaccinium has a mostly circumpolar distribution, with species mainly present in North America, Europe, and Asia. Many commercially available species with English common names including blueberry are from North America, particularly Atlantic Canada and the northeastern United States for wild, lobish, blueberries, and several U.S. states and British Columbia for cultivated, hybish, blueberries. North American native species of blueberries are grown commercially in the southern hemisphere in Australia, New Zealand and South American nations. Vaccinium meridionale, the Andean blueberry, is wild harvested and commonly available locally. Several other wild shrubs of the genus Vaccinium also produce commonly eaten blueberries, such as the predominantly European V. myrtillus and other bilberries, which in many languages have a name that translates to blueberry in English.